ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So as you can see, this is Slim Jim in the Jagdpz. Wanted this thing for a while until I started playing that line, and then I didn't really care as much, oddly enough. I'm not a fan of non-turret tank destroyers. But this thing hits hard and will take your breath away if you get hit by it. And it pans, which it does most of the time. Let's flip these settings back to what they should be, because of course it's not like I played this game yesterday and I can't remember my settings or anything. And yes, I did actually play this game yesterday. I know that's a shock to some of you. Good Lord, where the heck did all that chat come from? And I feel like actually weird. Okay, cool. Anyways. Before we get going, as always, please hit the like button if you enjoyed that. It really helps me out quite a bit with YouTube rankings and whatnot. Also, please share the game, not the gram, with all your friends, especially if you're starting in it. It really does help the channel grow, and if you guys feel I deserve more people to see this, then tell more people about it, right? And of course, if you want to head on over to Patreon, you can support the channel and help us decide what the next feature game is going to be. I don't know yet. And the Patreons are going to be key in figuring that out. So for as little as $1, you can join in that discussion and have a say in what I feature on the channel next. And since it looks like we might be getting into the action now, let's shut up about everything except how much the shell is going to hurt when it lands in that soft IS-7 side. Come on, show us that side armor. Just roll backwards just a little bit, or push forward. I don't care. Why is there an E100 in the middle of the swamp? That's a dumb place for an E100. But it looks like he's going to push forward, and that IS-7 isn't. So Slim has changed targets. IS-7, E100 not paying attention. Yeah. He immediately fixes it and pushes forward some more. Yes, this seems like a brilliant plan on your part, Mr. E100. Brilliant. I don't see what could possibly go wrong with this. Oh no, wait. I figured out what might go wrong with this. Because now you got loaded Jagdpz above you. And you're gonna what? This is a bad... Well, that was unfortunate. T-49 looks like it has a small gun on, so it's doing the T-49 wrong. E5 comes around the corner and bounces off us. Meanwhile, T-47 changes targets. Oh, good lord, this is going to be a loss by the looks of it. Unless enemy team screws up badly or, gets themselves shot for 1,000 damage repeatedly without doing anything about it. Yeah, that could help too. Enemy Leopard is just crossing open terrain. Okay, we're gonna pause this for a second because this is a little bit out of hand. Okay, first off, I can't zoom out. I gotta wait till I can zoom out. There we go. Okay, two things. First off, I like what our team is doing. Yes, we're losing. We're not losing. No, we're losing badly. Both of our artillery died because they didn't bother moving. They should have been over here or up here if they could have been, where they'd be more protected, because obviously we didn't have anyone on this flank. Otherwise, we wouldn't be losing as badly. Most likely, we only had maybe the Sent 71, but I doubt even that was over there. Can we see Rex? We see a IS-3 way up there for some Lord knows why reason. T-49 over there. Where is the Sent 71? I don't see his wreck. Am I blind? I might be blind. But I don't see the 771's wreck. See a Bulldog. See the two other guys. I don't know. I don't know where the Sent 71 died, but he apparently did not die anywhere near us. So he either died way up there all by his lonesome for some silly... I mean, he could have died up here for some Lord knows why reason. He was up there all by himself. But anyways, the enemy team flooded down here, and they have basically encircled... They have our cap. And they're pushing on us as hard as they can. Now, instead of the heavy tanks pushing around this side, which is actually where their strength would be, because they'd be able to side scrape off these buildings and come in on flat terrain and put shots in when they could, they're instead pushing up this hill. What this does is, when they crest that hill, they're extremely vulnerable. That's when their lower glacis are most exposed. As you saw with that E100, we can put clean shots through their tracks. Not only do we freeze them on the crest of that slope in the worst possible spot for them, but we also get clean shots into their underbellies, which is a great way to kill any heavy tank. Not only that, but we can tell that last spotted, their Batchat and other mediums were way back here. So this leopard has no support. There is no one else that can do what the leopard can do with this leopard right now. Now we know there's a scout over there, but he's not really an issue. There is, however, a TVP back here somewhere. I'm going to guess he's going to pop up and fire. This leopard, though, is in a deadly, deadly spot. Any of these guys can poke over this ridge, or our TVP can run around this ridge and absolutely decimate anyone in this bowl. This is not a good spot for the enemy, and if they continue to push on this spot, they're going to lose. Also, they have not focused anyone down except for a bulldog, but they lost their T-49 in the meantime. Everyone else, though, is behind cover or has cover available to them, and as long as we make use of this, as much as we're losing badly right now, we should be able to pull out a win. But it's really up to the enemy to continue making stupid mistakes right now. As long as they do that, it should be okay. Okay, back into the game as we watch the enemy continue to do not bright things. Hey, Mr. Leopard, we have a gift for you. It's called Most of Your Health is Now Gone. Good job. IS-7's unfortunately getting trapped in the same kind of position. Trying to crest that ridge, and it's not doing well for them. 263 does go down. E100 is way back there. Can we get the gun up over the rise by like backing up maybe? No, looks like the rise is just a bit too big. Unfortunately, didn't want to come up behind that IS-7 and freeze him in location. Artillery hurts, but puts a shot straight through the side of the turret, or the cheek of the turret, on that poor E100. Now, if anybody hits that guy with some HE, he's dead. IS-7 next to us, the E4, or we could pump some more heat into him, I guess. I mean, you can't complain about Slim using heat in this kind of situation. His team is losing. He needs each and every shell that hits this guys to kill them, or to go in, and thus killing them. E5 is over there, but the E5's on most of his health, or on just a little bit of health. It'd be a waste of a shell for us to shoot him, but this... Nope, well, the I-7 missed apparently. Can we hit the TVP? No. Can we hit the E5? We can bounce the shot from the E5. Good job, and we should be able to kill him. Assuming we can get the gun on target. Pop. Dead E5. And now we're starting to regain control of this area. Tiger 2 is way over there and having issues. He's got TVP shooting into him, and he's rolling out in front of a Jagdpz, and he's going to park there because that's intelligent. He's going to die here in a few seconds when... Oh, yeah. Enemy TVP's got to be on the run, and now they're trying to flank us. Now they've decided to try and flank us. But unfortunately, because of the lag and the time it took them to get flankers into position, we're in a good enough spot to, well, turn and kill these flankers. Now, one of the flankers is in fact a Jagdpz, so we gotta be careful about that. I don't like... Well, I'm really glad that the enemy Jagdpz has pushed in this far, but he really should not have. This puts him in an incredibly vulnerable position where now he's gonna get flanked, and Mr. IS-7, we need you to move. Thank you, Mr. IS-7. Sorry, I was not in fixed camera mode. My bad. But that's still a dead Yagzilla. Unfortunately, we have used all of our heat rounds. Only one, though, was ineffective, so that's probably decent return on investment. And there's an Oho out in the middle of the field. And the enemy Batchat got away. That's impressive. We had a medium tank over here. Our TVP I thought was over here. But either he swung back and left the enemy Batchat alone, or we lost the medium tank over there. Yeah, a Death Star has shown up to the game. Hi, Mr. Death Star. Bye, Mr. Death Star. Oh, look. His name is Mike the Avenger. Or Avenger Mike. Whatever. I feel like that was some vengeance. Though I don't know who got shot on our team. I'm sure he, that was probably poetic justice, right? Right? I'm sure it was. Now we do need to be careful. There are still two really, really dangerous arties left on the enemy team. Yes. Speaking of artillery, yeah. Anyone who goes in to try, yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. TVP is going to put shots into anyone who tries to kill that Oho. But do we have a shot on the TVP? Gun depression is not our friend right now. Okay, blind shot. I don't know if that was worth it, considering how mobile a TVP is, but I understand that sometimes you risk a shell. Don't, please, for the love of everything holy, do not risk 2 shells. It's not worth it when the shells cost as much as yours do. You got an E4 over there who's going to start spawning soon. Slim is pushing in towards the cap. So if I had to guess what was happening, I'd say as soon as the TVP realized he couldn't help the Oho, he most likely went either around here to sneak up behind us, or maybe he ducked over here. But I'd actually put him more in this vicinity right now. And then once he sees us over here, he's going to probably scoot around here and then hit us from behind. That's what I'd do in his situation. It gives you the best chances of getting flanking fire in without the enemy detecting you. And if you can do that, by the way, if you can put free shots into the enemy without them knowing where you are, that is always worth it. Enemy Batchat is on the run, doing pretty much what I was expecting the TVP to be doing. So either the TVP is ahead of him, or the TVP is way behind him. Oh yeah, the TVP's on a cap already, well in advance of everyone else on his team. TVP has gone for... Ow! Wait, did we shoot? We shot a T-92 and took his tracks out, didn't we? That's amazing. So I'm going to pause here for a second. If the Batchat hadn't been spotted by the IS-7, then A, this cap would have been a lot harder to defend, because the IS-7 still would have been around here somewhere. And it would have taken him most of that time just to get back there. Whereas now he's pretty much halfway there, and it's a straight shot for him with a minute left. There's no way he doesn't reset this cap. Now, if the TVP decides to stay here, this is really deadly for him. He has the time right now to come up here and actually get sight on his cap before the time runs out. However, they do need to take care of this I-7 before they can do that. That or the TVP needs to cap this out as a win. But it seems unlikely unless that I-7 gets shotgunned to death. He is... I have no idea what health he's on, but if he gets himself shotgunned to death, then this game is over. No, he doesn't. He can, in fact, kills the Batchat, and this game is over in the other way. There's no way we don't win this right now. TVP is coming out of the cap. He's going to try and do battle head-on with an IS-7. He's going to take at least one shot from from the i7, and then he's going to flank him and murder the poor guy in his sleep. However, he cannot teleport, so we win the game. Yeah. TVPs are dangerous. Yeah. Well played. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful game. And that was actually a really great example of how you can be slaughtered at the start, but as long as your team all acts in unison, you can pull off a win. However, if your entire team scatters like roaches in the light, then that's a different story entirely. And we all love World Tanks for exactly that reason. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Spotter, Arsonist, Shellproof, Fireproof Effect, and the coveted High Caliber. Woo! Well played, sir. The fact that he gets spotting damage is quite hilarious because... Wait, we spotted... How did we spot this guy for 419 damage? We weren't closest to him. We weren't by far the closest to him. How the heck did we get spotting damage on him? I really don't know. Okay, cool. That's great. Alright. That's amazing. Props to the TVP for taking out an IS-7. That takes some guts and some skills. You have to be seriously committed to charging the i7, taking one shell from him, locking on, and then putting at least 2 or 3 shells through the side armor. I assume he was on low health. That's the only way that would have happened so quickly. But an auto-loader definitely helps with that kind of burst. Well played, though, to Slim for almost 8,000 damage. Good lord. And what, 8 shells? 8 shells it is. Yep. Including... Well, great. So, Firefox, which is what had the clip on it, just crashed. So that's... Hopefully I can edit this in post and you guys will not be seeing a black screen, though I currently am. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up because I can't tell any of the stats from here. But that was a great game. Thank you so much. Words today. Thank you so much, Slim, for saying that in. This is a great example of how even if you're in a tank destroyer with a turret, as long as you're in exactly the right spot for you, you can still do work. Also, because his team moved as a unit instead of as a bunch of random fishes, yeah, that's totally the right word. Oh, today, me with the words. English is totally my first language. You guys can tell, right? Anyways, because his team moved in unison, they worked well together. They did what they had to do. Also, never ever crest a hill in a heavy tank unless you have to and unless you commit to it. That E5 would not commit to cresting that hill, and which was a bad decision in the first place, but being in that position made it so that he got himself killed. And really, if he had just crested that hill with the E100, he actually could have gone hull down on the other side of that hill and defended it a lot better than that E100 could have defended it. E100 never should have been in that place in the first place. They should have actually been over on the other side scraping, and they would have done a ton better because they would have had tank destroyers back up behind them, and anything that came around that hill to kill them would have got murdered by the tank destroyers. So, remember that next time, just because it looks like you're winning, if your team does dumb, you're probably still going to lose. Don't do dumb. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Share with all your friends, especially if you want to help the channel grow. That is the best way for it to grow. And head on over to Patreon if you want support and fund the next feature game. And if you want to vote in that, then it will cost you $1, which I think is fair. Have a great night all. This is ioEther out.